In the mid-90s, there was a gentleman who'd retired from 45 years of work in Detroit, in America. It was his dream to buy a top-of-the-range car. He decided on two cars. One was a Mercedes S-Class top-of-the-range. The other was a Lexus LS400, which at the time had newly been released from Lexus and Toyota. He test drove both cars, and he was still unsure on which one to go with. So in the end, he thought he'd pop into the showrooms one last time with the view to check him out a final time and make a final big decision. He popped into the Lexus showroom, and on this day, they were having a sales meeting. So there was no one around to look after him. And he felt ignored. So on leaving there, he went to the Mercedes garage and placed the order for an S-Class 500 V12 top of the line Mercedes-Benz. And that afternoon he parted with around about $86,000. 3 months later, his car was ready for collection. It was a really big day, a lifelong dream, and he collected it. And on the way from the garage, he picked up his wife and they went for a lovely drive. He was so happy, he had tears running down his eyes. It was only when he went to light up his cigarette, he opened the cigarette lighter and realised, hey, there's no cigarette lighter here. Also, the ashtray was missing. He was a bit upset about this because he bought a brand new top-of-the-range car. And to have something like this missing was crazy. He didn't think nothing of it. Anyway, he dropped his wife off and he put his golf clubs in the car. And on the way to the golf club, he went to the Mercedes garage and said, hey guys, I've just bought this brand new car. The cigarette lighter's missing. The ashtray is missing. Can you sort it? They said, don't worry, sir. We'll get it on order. We should have it with you in a couple of weeks. You know, he wasn't too happy with that because a couple of weeks for a couple of small items is not acceptable when you part with that amount of money. On the way to the golf course from leaving the Mercedes garage, he also popped into the Lexus garage. Just popped in to say hello, and the salesman did ask him which car he had, and he said, hey, in the end I ended up buying a top-of-the-range Mercedes. To which they replied, hey, it's a great choice, you know. He did have a bit of a gripe regarding the cigarette lighter and the ashtray as well, and they said, don't worry, they're going to sort it. On Monday morning, he received a package in the post. Took it inside, opened it, and in there were 2 golf shoes. And in the left-hand golf shoe was a cigarette lighter for his car, and in the right-hand shoe was the ashtray, and inside there was a lovely note. And it read, dear sir, please find in the left shoe your cigarette lighter. Please find in your right shoe your ashtray. We know how much you love golf, so we've enclosed some golf shoes for you. Signed off, your friends at Lexus. This is my favourite story on delivering outstanding customer service. And we have to understand what it takes to deliver this level of service. And the question for you guys is, where do you think he's going to buy his next car from? This story is over 30 years old, and it really inspires me. And let me ask you guys, what's your favourite story in customer service? Catch you soon. Cheers.